Well, the idea was to, I mean, the objective for today's class is to discuss the general stereotypes about men and women, right? Stereotypes about that, okay? Using different expressions. That is, I'm going to share a screen. I'm going to, wait. Let's see, the list of opinions that I uploaded to your cursos. Well, here there is, I mean, a list of a different lists. Here's a list of expressions you can use to express your opinion. Agree or disagree with other people's opinions. Yeah. Here, the first thing I want to point out is the verb to wait. The verb to agree. In English, when you want to say estoy de acuerdo, right? You have to use the verb to agree. So nothing to do with verb to be. Do you understand it? So yes. The first is I agree. You agree on I don't know, on this idea, for example, right? Or you agree with a person. Yeah, you use it with these two prepositions, on and with, on something and with somebody. But be careful, because it's a very frequent mistake to incorporate verb to be here. That is totally wrong, okay? You agree, okay. Or the opposite, you disagree, okay? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay. No. First, so here we have in the first part of the table, we have how to express one's opinion, right? I think, I consider, I find, I believe, I suppose, I feel that, right? As far as sorry?
One question?
Yes. Sorry, remember, not one question, a question.
A question, okay.
Yes, a question.
When you say I think, it's not necessary that this expression with that?
No.
No?
No, no, no.
Okay.
I think it's cold. I think that is cold. Yeah, you can omit it. I mean, you can omit that in that case.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, then, as far as I know, do you know the meaning of that expression?
It's meaning tanto como, or?
No, not exactly. I mean, as far as I know, sorry, hasta donde sé.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, in my opinion, well, my impression is that, as far as I am concerned, por lo que me toca, por lo que me incumbe, más que me toca, por lo que me incumbe. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that yo diría que, well, I hold the opinion, that is, I think, in other words. I hold the opinion, or I hold the view that soy de la opinión de, in Spanish. Yeah?
Okay.
To my mind, is the same as I think, or in my opinion, is exactly the same. Speaking personally, en lo personal, hablando en lo personal, I have the feeling that is, I think that. Feeling in this in this sentence has to do with ideas, with opinions, not with the way you feel in emotional terms.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, in my experience, I'd suggest that. Sugeriría que I'd like to point out. Me gustaría señalar que.
Miss,
Yes.
the question, this D, no, that D is the construction about wood,
Would.
the auxiliary.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The modal would. Exactly.
Okay.
My personal view is that I might be wrong, but podría estar equivocada, pero it seems to me that, me parece que. Any comment about these expressions?
No,
No?
I don't.
Yeah. Okay. I will make a general comment at the end. Okay. That is in the case you want to express your opinions. Let's see in the second group where you agree or you support other people's opinion. Yeah?
Okay.
Of course. Yeah? You are absolutely right. Tienes toda la razón. Yeah? Yes, I agree. I think so. También creo. También me parece lo mismo. That's a good point. Exactly. That's just what I was thinking. I couldn't agree more. No puedo estar más de acuerdo. That's what I feel too. Eso es lo que también opino, lo que también me parece.
Mhm.
I agree with you, or I fully agree with you. Well, maybe totally, I completely, yeah.
Mhm.
Mr. Johnson or Peter or whatever, whoever, raised some good points. Fulanito, how do you say that in Spanish? Estableció un buen punto, o sacó a colación un buen punto.
Right.
Yeah? He or she is quite right. Here, be careful with this because another typical mistake is when, let me find the chat. Another typical mistake is some students say, you have reason.
Mhm.
And that is, well, I suppose I have reason. Reason, to have reason, you don't say to have reason. Reason, actually reasoning, has to do with the mental capacity.
Ah, okay.
Yeah? So if you say you have reason, well, I hope so. You say, I hope so. But doesn't mean that I am right. So when you want to say tienes razón, the expression is to be right. Yeah? So you are right or you are wrong. Do you understand the difference?
Yes, it's like estar en lo correcto.
Tener razón.
Okay.
Yeah? Well, so he or she is quite right. Tiene bastante razón. I share your view. Okay, comparto tu opinión. We are of the same mind. Again, here we have the word mind using with a different meaning, but the idea is that we have the same opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, we are of the same mind. Okay?
Mhm.
Well, let's go to the last group to express the opposite, how to disagree with somebody, how to contradict other people's opinion. Look at this message here. Please make sure you express your disagreement in a polite way. I don't agree. I'm sorry. well, sorry, here you can see I don't agree. You see that the verb to agree is used as the verb, as any verb, I mean any other verb, right? To make negative, so to make, do you agree when you make a question, okay?
Okay.
Keep an eye on that. I'm sorry to disagree with you. ¿Ya? Lamento estar en desacuerdo contigo. Yes, but don't you think, sí, pero ¿no te parece que? I don't think so. No me parece. Yeah? This is another, when I say, I don't know, if I say, this is a very good idea, and you say, some people say, some students say, no, I don't think. I don't think so. Because if you say, I don't think, the sentence is not complete, okay?
Okay.
The speaker, the listener is waiting for some, I mean, is waiting for the end of the sentence, you see?
Or something else.
Yes, right. So I don't think so. You can't say that. No puedes decir eso. That's no proof. Eso no es una prueba. That's not the point. Well, ese no es el punto. That's not the question. No es la pregunta. I take a different view. That means that you have a different opinion. I don't agree with what you're saying. No concuerdo con lo que estás diciendo. I'm not sure about that. No estoy segura respecto a eso. On the contrary, I think. Por el contrario. Here we have another, this is a very special expression. This argument does not hold water.
What?
Interesting. The idea is that this argument, well, this expression, I must admit, is not very, very usual in everyday conversations, but you can find it. This argument does not hold water. That means that this argument doesn't have much basis.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a weak argument. Nonsense. Tontera. You're off your head. Something like you're wrong. They're totally wrong. It's a strong sentence anyway. Okay. Any questions or comments?
No. It's clear.
Good. Something that I would recommend you to do is, I mean, when you are talking, try to incorporate them just the way they are, instead of adapting them to what we would say in Spanish. I don't know if you understand me, but for example, here you can see that in English, that I think there is much more politeness than in Spanish because of the language and the culture, probably. But the idea is to try to incorporate, for example, if you say, I don't know, let me find, I think so. You just learn it that way and you try to use it that way without translating it into Spanish. That is why.
Okay.
Do you understand it? The
Yes.
same with all the expressions. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Well, let's, let me, wait. Some weeks ago, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I uploaded another video, about, I don't know if you saw this video. One was about the transgender person that talked about her experience, yes?
Yes, I saw it.
Sorry?
I saw the video.
Sorry, I can't hear you well.
I saw the video.
You okay. And there was another one that was her mother.
Can you repeat this?
There was one video that was, well, I don't know, a girl, an Australian girl. She's a transgender. And then there was another video that was her mother talking about the experience of having a transgender child, no? How to raise a child, no?
No, no.
No, okay. But you watched the video of the Australian girl,
Okay.
yeah? Did you watch it?
I can watch it now. But
If you want, we can watch it together. I mean, do you prefer to watch it on your computer?
yes, because the signal I don't see
Okay.
very clear.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to.
Okay. Let me. I can't remember the length of this. It's
Espera, ¿hablas inglés? Can you understand what I'm saying? And if you can you answer me?
Ever since the beginning of time, things have been.
I know it's not this one. Sorry, it's not this one. It's sorry, it's from TED.com. Diego?
Yes, as I'm searching.
Yeah, it's not YouTube, it's TED.com. It's this one.
Um,
Wait. I come on. It's the second, this one. Audrey Mason Heights. Can you see my screen?
yes,
Yeah, this one. You have to go down.
I take it. There are two videos, one of toilets, bodies, and gender, or the first video.
That one. Toilets, bow ties, gender and me.
Okay.
This one. Fundamental.
Okay, Miss. I saw
Okay.
the video.
Sorry?
Yes.
Did you watch
I
it?
saw the video.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me, what do you think about it?
Well, it's a topic that I listened that for a long time. Sorry. And well, personally, I have a one partner in the university that is uh, or he was a woman and now is a man. So it's not it is not a strange topic for me now.
Sorry, he's not a transgender then, is it he? I
Yes,
mean, he is a transgender?
yes.
He was born as a man,
And no, he was born a woman.
as a woman,
Yes,
and
as a
now
woman.
she got operated, and she's a man.
Yes.
Oop, hard, must be hard.
Yes. Well, in the first impression is it's hard, but with time, um, I processed the information, so now it's a partner more.
It's one more partner, one more classmate. But let's
Yes.
see, what, from a woman to man, what was the most difficult thing to get used to?
Um, I I think that is thought he's first a woman and now it's a man because the voice it's very tiny. So um, in the first moment it was very difficult um, make the difference between a woman and a man. But
So,
now
mhm,
it's more very normally because I speak with he
with,
and
with
I make
him,
the
sorry,
with
with him.
okay with
Mhm.
him and now it's one more man.
How did you know about his situation?
Can you repeat?
How did you know his situation? Did he tell your classmates about it?
Mm, another partner must tell me. It was a tell me. He was.
She told you? He told you, sorry.
He told me.
He told you, he told you. I mean, not everybody.
Yes.
And what about his way of, I mean, his clothes, for example? Does he look
Uh,
like a man?
yes. Yes. He looks like man, but the voice it's different because you know that it's not a voice from one man
For a
of one.
man, yeah. When you say one, Diego, you mean number one.
Ah, okay.
When you say you mean anybody. I mean, a man, any man.
Ah, okay.
Huh? But we say one man, you mean one man. Be careful, one, not two men, just a number. Yeah,
Ah, okay. Okay.
that's a difference. Okay, so, but does he look like a gay, like an
No,
homosexual? No,
no. It's look like a
any man.
one animal. Yes.
Yeah. And what about well, your classmate? I mean, you get used to it, and the rest of students and teachers.
Yes. In the my in the class he it's not a difference with between another partners and uh, but in the list of the class uh, he appeared like a woman because
Ah,
it because the in the university today mm, no pass like a man.
okay, yeah. So I mean, legally speaking, he's still a woman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yes.
Must be. Mm. I remember 2 years ago, well, to about 2 years ago or last year, no, last year, I had to be taking the English test at, I mean, during the registration process.
Okay.
And I remember I could see two students that I could see that they were boys. I mean, for sure. No, I mean, you could see them and they were women. And when or the opposite, they were men. No, they were men. And when I had to check their identity with their IDs, I could see they were women.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so you have some experience with this classmate
Yeah.
and the situation with, I mean, the video that you watched. And what do you think about, uh, first of all, what do you think about the video? I mean, about this girl, because she says she's a female.
Yes.
In some aspects, biologically speaking. What do you think about her experience?
Mm, I think that is the situation of many people in the world,
Mm.
and well, compared with between the her situation and with my partner situation, it's very similar, and I try to view the situation like her, and it's I cannot imagine the feelings that her feeling and anyway, and it's very difficult to take a decision from say uh, or to say his her gender in a first time.
Yeah.
I think that, but now in the video she expressed his gender very proud, but I believe that in one first moment it's a very difficult choice.
Mhm.
Say to the world, um, her gender.
Especially because she's a transgender. I mean, she's
Yes.
gender in what sense? Biologically speaking, she says she's a female. Yeah, that's, I think that is something very easy to test. But the problem is the other genders, psychological gender.
Yes.
She talks about, I mean, she asks the people, the audience there, why do you think that it's important for you to know my gender? And that is a question that I think all of us wonder. I mean, because we are interested into, I mean, are you a male or a female? And that is a question, and we don't, why do you think that people are so interested in defining that? I mean, people want to know if this person is a male or a female.
Well, I think then, no, before it's not a topic of that you find in any conversation, but now it's very common listen to about the transgender, and I believe that it's a topic that we must speak more because it's follow a taboo.
Yeah.
And for example, for my parents, my parents, it's difficult today because it's see people in the TV or men's or that like a woman's is strange for them.
Yeah, definitely. Because in the past, people were heterosexual or homosexual. I mean,
Yes.
homosexuals were very well hidden because it was something like prohibited.
Yeah.
More than prohibited, it was like vices. I mean, I don't know, like a crime.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now I think that the new generation is more open mind for accept the 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 all people in the world.
Definitely. Yeah, it's much. I mean, your generation is much more open-minded. I mean, I think, but I have the impression that for your generation, this is totally normal. Is it? Or
Yes, it's not. It's not discussed about this.
yeah, there is no, it's not a great thing. But for example, do you study architecture, Diego?
And now design.
Design. Oh, yeah, but in the same faculty. I remember last year, to me was, I mean, I felt very glad, but it was, I mean, when I went to the students' toilet in
Yes,
FAU,
I remember.
and there is a toilet in common for I mean, no more divisions, male and female. And I remember, I don't know, in the 80s or early 90s, I remember I made this comment because I've always thought about equality for everyone. I mean,
Yes.
I don't know, poor and rich, male and female. I believe in equality in that sense. So I remember in those years, I used to work in an institute and I made the comment, why do we have to have separate toilets for teachers? I mean, female teachers and male teachers. And everybody, I mean, not everybody, but an important group of teachers that were in the teachers' room laughed at me and they said, but Lourdes, is obvious why. I said, why? Because male and female have different organs. And so what? I mean, nobody has separate toilets at homes.
Yes.
Yeah, you have a comma, no separate. Well, so when I entered at FAU, when I went to the toilet, I could see there was a toilet in common. I felt I was not that wrong then. It was a long time ago, but I felt very glad to see that, I mean, there were changes in this generation. Even though I admit that it was a bit strange, I mean, at the beginning, but that was 5 minutes.
Yes.
How do you
That's
feel about, I mean, because these toilets, I don't know, were created last year, I think?
Yes, in the last year.
Yeah. So you were not, you also had to get used to it.
Yeah, yes.
How was that process?
I don't think about a process because, well, like the university is a world of open mind, and I believe that the opening of the bathroom is most emotional, but for for the time along the time, uh, is not so special.
Well, not now, but I imagine that, I don't know, during the first week,
Okay.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the initial, the first impressions. What was your impression? What do you think about the other students?
Mm, in first place is a stranger enter to the bathroom and um, stay with a woman and another man. It's a stranger feel, but with the time, I for the weeks and days, it's more normal
Yeah.
because you see one woman take a bathroom and she out and you enter. It's not so strange with the time, and
People get
maybe
used to
for
it. Mm.
what?
People get used to it.
Yes.
Mm. Now, well, returning to the video, one of the things that I think that one of the she said in with different words, but one of the reasons why people feel so interested in defining genders is because there are stereotypes. I mean, some stereotypes associated to females and some stereotypes associated to males. For example, she says, okay, to wear skirts, pink is a color to be used by girls, and blue by boys, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. What do you think about these gender stereotypes?
Well, with this point, I am um, I think that I share your view because um, the stereotypes I see more in the movies. For
Mm-hmm.
example, that I don't know, the woman is in risk, and the man is saving him.
Yeah, safe being
And
hurt. Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and or for example, when a child um, make the or made the difference, and the men used the colors more blue or red, and
Mm-hmm.
women used the I don't know, pink and violet.
Purple. Yeah.
Oh yes. So the stereotypes, I think that in your generation, Miss, it's more stronger than now, but uh, and in the end time, I saw that these stereotypes are more weakness.
The stereotypes are weaker,
Weaker, yes.
weaker. Yeah. How old are
And
you, Diego?
what, miss?
How old are you?
Um, my age?
Yes. Yes.
I have 20.
20. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I could be your grandmother.
Yes, yes.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. No, definitely. I mean, in your generation, things are very different. But do you think that there are still stereotypes in your generation or not? In relation, perhaps, well, not only to clothes, but to roles, for example?
Mm, yes, I think today the stereotype follows, but not with the force that the your generation for
No,
example.
definitely. Yeah.
And um, in well with the feminism for example,
Mm-hmm.
I think all these topics rises to one place that the people can be or can speak with them.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't get you.
um, I think that with the feminism,
Uh-huh.
all these topics are raised to one place that the people can be can speak with them,
Yeah.
and um, I cannot uh, find one situation that that begin all these situations about the transgender or feminist for example. And but I don't know, is
But for example, in all the protests last year, when there was this social uprising and protest, uh, there were many people that were young, and they
yes,
were one of, well, there were different reasons to protest, but one of the things was to protest against discrimination, against stereotypes. The original the stereotypes originates um, violence, in some cases discrimination, and so there must be some remains of that discrimination in your generation too. Of course, nothing to be compared with my generation, but uh, some stereotypes still persist. That is what I mean. I mean,
mhm,
you were educated and raised by people of my generation and previous generations also.
yeah. Well, I studied in a Catholic school,
Uh-huh.
and all these topics in my school, it was um, a taboo. A
Yeah.
few. So, and and also I am not from Santiago,
Where are you from?
so I am from San Fernando.
Okay.
So all things uh, that happen in Santiago is not very common for me. So the protest and uh, all all things that you um, you say now, it's new for me, but until to the end year.
Okay. It's new.
And yes, only I saw for the TV, but until the end year, I can see in first person in the street or in the university. So because in my region is not so strong all these protest,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Uh,
sorry.
no, yes,
No, I was thinking that if you, I mean, you studied in a religion, in a Catholic school in San Fernando, probably your family is also Catholic, or not?
mm, not so much,
Not so much.
really. Yes.
Okay, but they are a bit more conservative, or no?
No,
Not so conservative. Okay,
no.
but the school probably is because Catholic schools are very conservative in general.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, not Catholic schools, Catholic Church. Well, but when you're in the second year of design,
Yes, it's my
so
semester.
when you came to Santiago to FAU, probably you were shocked, no, because it was a drastic change.
Yes, yes. My my partners are very different, and that's great because I can know another real reality. No, no,
Sorry, and more
another
what?
another realidades,
Realities, other
realities,
realities.
other realities, and people that another regions, and it's it's great because all that open your world, and can you see very different situations and and styles and well transgender and gender uh, really open my mind, all these things.
Yeah, definitely. Good. Well, let me make some things about English. Okay, some things I took notes here. In English, you don't take decisions. In English, you make decisions.
Okay.
Always. Okay, you make decisions. The other thing, be careful with the use of these words. When you use he and when you use him, he is used instead of a name. For example, if you say Peter lives in Santiago, he studies at the university, he replaces Peter, yes?
Mm-hmm.
But him is used only after verbs and after prepositions. So if I say, I talk to him, I cannot say he in this place because he is part of the subject, but not the complement. Do you understand it?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. The same with she and her. Yeah. You use it in different parts of the sentence. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. The other thing is well, first the pronunciation of this word is, wait. Sorry. I want to say, the pronunciation of this is woman,
Woman.
woman, right? Como si fueras a decir hueso, woman.
Woman.
Yeah? Woman is singular, but the plural is a special type of plural because you don't use s's. When you make the plural, you say women,
Women.
women. Yeah. The same with man. Well, the problem here is I can wait. Let me see how can I. This is when I need a whiteboard. Let's see. How can I? No. Let's see. When you, let's see. No, sorry. How can I draw here? No. No. Come on. I forgot. How can I draw here with this? I suppose. Okay. Oop. I cannot draw.
Maybe with the brush. There is not a brush. In the panel, there is not a brush.
A brush, no. Undo. There is a spotlight. No. Spot this. No. Come on. Stamp, no. Draw. Should be this one, right?
Well, now the arrow, it's with a red point.
The arrow, the arrow, the arrow, the arrow. This one?
Yes.
No, it's, how can I clear all drawings? Yeah. No puedo borrar esto. Oop. Uf. ¿Cómo recorcholi se borra esto? Let me see. Well, I will bring my tablet next class because there I can write.
Yeah, that's more easy.
Yeah, because here the problem is that the symbol, I will try to, let's see, the word man, how can I draw this? This is the singular and the plural is men. Now, the question is how to pronounce men. Let me, it's something like this. Well, here, these are men. No es man ni es men. Es una mezcla entre A y E. Man.
Man.
That's it. Perfect, Diego. Man, right?
Man.
Different from the plural. The plural is much easier because the plural is, well, it's almost similar. No, it's like similar to the way you write men.
Men. Okay.
Men, right? But in both cases, the plural doesn't take S. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. What else? Wait, let me see. Yeah. Another thing, be careful with the word, this word, strange. The pronunciation is strange, strange, we can say. More or less strange, right? Different from strong. Strong means fuerte. It's different, right? Strong. Strong as, yeah. And when you make comparisons in English and the word is short, that means one syllable only, like strong, for example. Strong has only one syllable. So when you make the comparative, you add ER. You say stronger than.
Then.
Stronger than. Yeah. Stronger. The same with strange. You say is stranger than. Yeah.
Okay.
Más extraño, más fuerte. But you don't say more because when you use more is when you have a long word. For example, interesting. You say more interesting than because interesting is a long word. You have 3 syllables. So you cannot add another one. So you say more interesting than. But you cannot combine both. You cannot say more stranger or more stronger. No, stronger only. Yes, do you understand it?
Yeah.
It
Yes.
depends on the number of syllables.
Ah, okay.
One syllable you put ER. More than 2 syllables you use more. Okay?
Ah, okay. Yes.
And the other thing has to do with the word when you say before. Before meaning in the past. Before you say before, I don't know, before the class. Before algo. Before significa antes de. So before breakfast, before the class, before the rain, before something. Yes?
Okay.
But you meant in the past. I mean, en el tiempo pasado. So there you say in the past. Well, there are different ways, but one way to say that is in the past. I don't know, some years ago, etc. There are different ways to say that, but not before. The same with after.
Okay.
Yeah, after something, after the class, after lunch, after the film, etc. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Diego, very good. Sorry,
Okay.
one more thing. When you say partner, it's okay, but I'm not. Partner means, well, partner has very different meanings. Maybe socio, maybe pareja, maybe pareja de baile, pareja amorosa. Partner is very wide. I mean, you have different meanings. But for example, at the university, at the school, when you are in a class, you have classmates.
Classmate.
Yes?
Okay.
Okay, you wanted to ask me something, I think. No?
No, no.
Sorry, it was my impression. Okay, Diego. Well, I recorded this class in case your classmates want to watch it. There is another activity that I had, but this activity has to be done in groups.
Okay.
So I will keep it for, I don't know, whenever we have our next class. Because you have to discuss things in groups. Okay?
Okay, miss.
Diego, can I ask you for a favor? Because I have no information from your faculty. So could you please send me a message in the forum or something to tell me what happens with the strike?
Okay, miss.
According to the information you may have?
Yes.
Yes?
Well, now I have the acta from the last assembly.
Assembly, meeting?
Meeting, yes. And I can spend you.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Diego. Today I hope to finish marking your web quest and tomorrow your posts because I am late with that.
Okay, miss.
Okay? Okay, Diego. Very nice talking to you today. Hope to see you next Monday.
I see you,
Bye-bye.
miss.
Bye-bye.
Bye.